Okay, so we are ready for our art criticism on Jim Irvine's Coil Cup. So the first thing we start out with is always the artist name, and as I just said, it is Jim Irvine. The title of this artwork is Coil Cup, nice and simple. And he made it in 2013, so this is a recent artwork that was created. Go ahead and pause me until you are ready to complete, or after you've completed this page and ready for the describe section, and unpause me when you are ready for describe. Okay, so for the describe, because this is a more simple object, we're only going to describe 3 things that we see in this. So I think the first obvious one is going to be coils. You can get more specific with that. We have talked about something like there are some spiraling coils, there are some straight coils, there are some spheres in there with little dots in them. I'm just going to write coils. You can elaborate if you would like to. I think we can also say there is a cup, or a handle on the cup, I mean. A handle on the cup. And then the last one is, I'm going to say it has a blue glaze on the inside. Blue glaze on inside, and shows clay coils on outside. So for this one, he glazed the whole inside of it, and then when he did the outside, he painted across the whole thing and then wiped away the glaze from all the raised up areas, and then put a clear coat over the top, because you still have to seal it with something. But this way, the dark blue stays in those little deep areas, making those dark shadows stand out and really shows you all the different lines of the coils. Go ahead and pause me while you finish up describe. Unpause me when you are ready for analyze. Okay, for analyze, we are talking about shape and form. So obviously in the shapes that we're talking about here, we had talked about geometric, organic, or amorphous. In this cup, what kind of shapes do we have? Yeah, they're all amorphous, right? There's no living things silhouetted here. There's no geometric edges. You might be able to say there's like a circle, but even that's kind of a little wonky. It's more blob-like than circle. So I would say all of the shapes are amorphous. The next one is forms. So we have created a form. When we talked about form, we talked about creating the illusion of a form. And the illusion of a form is made by either having shading or using perspective. When you have an actual physical object, that's not how we talk about forms anymore. We talk about forms then as like cylinders, spheres, cones, that kind of stuff. So if we're looking at this cup here, we're going to call that a cylinder. So we can say, oh, come here, there we go. The form of the artwork is a cylinder. Apparently I can't spell things. Cylinder. Okay, that's it for analyze, nice and short. When you're ready, go ahead and click over to the interpret slide, but until then, go ahead and pause me. Okay, so for interpret, Jim Irvine is a contemporary working artist, still creating ceramics, and he creates usable artwork that people can purchase. This mug can be used every single day. It is a functional mug. It can be washed, reused over and over again. How does the need for it to be functional change how the cup was formed? Answer in complete sentences. So like, how does making it be functional limit how it can work in the rest of its life? How does that change what the design of it has to be? Because this is your opinion, I want you to answer complete sentences on your own, so I am not going to fill this out, but go ahead and pause me, write out your sentence, and unpause me when you are ready for judgment. For judgment, we're going to select an aesthetic theory, so we're going to skip imitationalism because it's not imitating anything. We're going to skip emotionalism because it's a fairly standard cup. And I want to talk about formalism for this one. Are the techniques used well? So this is basically what you guys are going to be making in your project. And I want you to decide, was this well made? Is it well crafted? Does it look sturdy? Does it look like it is well put together? Does it look like it's about to fall apart? Like, did the techniques of building this clay cup, were they done well? It would be a good, not painting, but sculpture, Is it good? Is it well made? Or is it not good and not well made? You tell me why. And when you're done with that, you can go ahead and turn this in, and you're all set with this art criticism.